so many reasons to tell the tales of time to come. Let's don't understand. I thought this all meant something to make me come back. I don't want to go home.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's been a while. Alley Cat, how you doing? Dell, how are you? It's been a long time, guys. Thank you, everybody who is tuning in, hanging out. It is Tuesday, January 7th, the first stream of the new year. First stream in over a month. If you don't, we'll talk about everything that's gone on. We will talk about everything going on. Let me know if you can hear me. Make sure I sound okay. But there's things I want to talk about today. There's actually a lot to talk about today. So if you could, leave a like on this video if you are on YouTube to help share the reach. Share the video, share the channel, YouTube or Twitch, however you're watching. Thank you. It's been a while, so you're going to hear a lot of thanks just for everybody who's reached out. Dirt Fan, yeah, the kids went to bed. Kids went to bed so far. So far, so good. I haven't gotten any messages. Like my wife, she hears them. I have to go put us on a break and go to attend to that, but because she is still, immobile. Also, not a fan of usually seltzer waters, but the cranberry lime polar seltzer, man, is it fantastic. It's fantastic. Surely there's enough boxing code there for all UFC previous fight nights to throw it together to be 10 times better than the Undisputed. B Dizzle, good evening. We'll talk about fight night and the next UFC game in a minute. I don't have a big update per se, but there is a little bit of what's been going on, at least on the UFC side, at least on that side. So we're going to give people a minute to get in here, and then we'll talk. We're just going to talk and hang out. I'll catch everybody up on everything. Because it's been also got confirmation of some events I'll be heading to this year. I will be heading to, I will be at, PAX East in May, it's looking like. It's looking like I will be at Summer Games Fest in June, and I will be at Gamescom in August, which to me, it's a bucket list trip there to go over to Germany for that. Maybe I'm so excited. To quote the Pointer Sisters, I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. It's been a year. 2024 was a year. Happy New Year, everybody. Let me know how your holidays went. I want to hear. Justin, hello, sir. Welcome. I've missed all of you. Let me know. I want to know how your holidays went. That I want to know. Allie, I agree. Undisputed. I have been adamant. I do not play Undisputed online. I'm not much of a fighting game online for fighting games or anything like that. I prefer to play offline. As soon Undisputed, like being able to move my career in the weight class, has added a new breath of life into the career mode there. I enjoy Undisputed. Like, I am having a lot of fun with Undisputed. I still am. It's still one of my favorite games of last year. Like, to me, it's college football. Now take this for what it is. Take this however you want to take it. For me, Undisputed is a more fun game, and I've had more fun playing Undisputed than I have college football. Not to say I don't love college football. I play Undisputed a lot more. I need to light a candle. Sugared wildflowers. I'm a candle person. I just bought an apple pie scented candle and a caramel macchiato scented candle today. So I'm pretty stoked about that. All right. So that's where I'm at. Undisputed. Undisputed to me, I've had more fun. I've played longer and I've had more fun with, personally. Why are they so reluctant to drop a boxing game? I'm assuming you mean EA Fight Night. The biggest thing is, one, they didn't think the market was there. Undisputed has done really well, especially compared to what they expected. I'm trying to get the exact numbers, but they're kind of not wanting to tell me the numbers, which I get. Steel City, I get. They don't want to give all that out. I fully get it. But the big thing with boxing games is you need to license each individual fighter. It's not like it's a players union or anything like that, like hockey, basketball, football, and things like that. They need to get all of the licensing. What do we got here? Fight Night, like they're working on it. It's still, as of now, as I know, it's still working. I just don't know the stage it's in at this point, but I know it's being worked on. UFC 6, I'm pretty sure they've wrapped up all commentary updates. They might do some things here and there if they need to re-record, but I'm pretty sure that's all been wrapped up. They've been working on new animations. I still think we hear something at or around International Fight Week. Like, that's in... I'm trying to think. That's in, what, July? International Fight Week. So, I am going... That's where I'm thinking we might start to hear things. But UFC 6 is well on the way. Well on the way. And they took a lot of feedback from UFC 5. They did take a lot of feedback, so I'm interested to see what happens. I'm super interested. Fight Night before 2026, not even close. How many covers of WWE 2K25 are there? I believe 2, but I could be... I believe 2 distinct covers, but I could be wrong. It could be 3. But I believe there's 2 distinct covers. Roman Reigns will be one of them. And I believe there'll be a legend on, like, the deluxe edition, like the top tier edition. They're going to do a legend. As far as the legend, like, my money would be on John Cena. But, you know, it would make it's too obvious. So it's one of those things, like, it's so obvious. Why would they do it? Especially when he was just on the cover a couple years ago. But Roman Reigns is for sure a cover athlete. Do you know if WWE be dizzled? If WWE 2K25 will be current gen or last gen as well? I know it's early, but it will be on both, which really bothers me. So WWE 2K25 will be on both last gen and current gen, and I really am tired of it. We are now over 4 years into the new current gen consoles. Like, we're halfway through these consoles' lives, and we're still releasing games for the systems before. I don't like it. I at this point, it's not about availability. I went into Walmart today, like, 5 o'clock, 3 hours ago. They had about 4 or 5 PS5s available and a bunch of Xbox Series X's, the new white ones and the black ones. Availability isn't an issue anymore. Hasn't been for a long time. But, and they're still releasing on these last gen consoles. And it doesn't, so it's not a lot of resources being dedicated to it, but it's enough to where enough is enough. Stop. Just stop. Just stop. Exactly. College football, prime example why you leave last gen behind. Now, I will say, NHL left last gen behind, and NHL 25 is a dumpster fire of a game. That is by far, and I'm actually working on a video because I'm going to start doing like weekly videos on the YouTube channel now. I have a lot. I have a notebook wherever I left it upstairs, but with a bunch of video ideas of what I'm going to be working on. And NHL 25 like might be the worst NHL game I've played from an entertainment enjoyability factor. Like, I've played some really broken, empty games, NHL 15 being one of them. But NHL 25 might overtake that in terms of the lack of just joy I have playing that game. And everybody like, well, maybe it's because you're older. Dude, I was in my mid to late 20s. I was in my mid 20s when NHL Fit 25 came out. It's not like I was a kid. Or NHL 15 came out. It's not like I was a kid. Madden 25. Madden 25, dude. Let's see if I have a screenshot still. Hold on. I'm going to open. I want to see if I have a screenshot still with this. Let's get Steam open quick. The fact we are in... It doesn't want to... Steam doesn't want to load. The fact we're in 2025 and I'm getting issues like this. Where's Madden? Here it is. Screenshots. Manage my screenshots. Okay, here we go. The fact we're in 2025... And I'm getting... This is just a screenshot. I'm getting screens like this. Look at the strategy screen. Like, it's simple shit like this. This is so small. But it's this lack of attention to detail that really eats in my craw. You know, if that makes sense to you guys. It bothers me so much that that's still a thing at this point. It bothers me so much that I look at it and I still see stuff like that in 2020. Like, after how many updates have they had? How many updates have they had? And we're still seeing updates, seeing things like that. Oh, here's another one. This is another one that keeps happening. Like, what? Why? Why? Why are we still... Like, this is stupid. Little quality of life updates, and we're still getting stuff like that. There's another one. Like, what is it? What is the meter doing? What is the meter doing? And then you got that stuff, but yeah, like little quality of life stuff like that. Really, I'm just, how is that still happening at this point? You know, how? Any update on UFC Jacorium? It is, they wrapped up the recordings. My guess is they might come back with a few more audio stuff, but it's basically in the final few months before announcement. I don't see how much 6 could be 5, but we'll see. I mean, yeah. The big thing is 5 took long because they moved to the Frostbite. So they've had a release on the Frostbite, and this is going to be if they've grasped the Frostbite. You feel it's quicker. A turnaround for UFC, Alley Cat? Well, it's not. So it feels that way because the gap between 4 and 5 was about 3 years, which is the longest gap since EA took it. EA has regularly put it out every other year. But from 4 to 5, they jumped engines and moved to Frostbite, and that's why it took a little longer. What do I think the best new thing? So I'm waiting to get some information, Justin. Once again, I don't think 2K is going to invite me to their press event. I don't know why. Because if they don't want me to report things, invite me and put me under embargo. You know what I mean? I will gladly agree to any embargo I need, like, to get the information so I have articles ready and get more thorough stuff. But I don't get invited to these things anymore ever since the GM mode reveal. Because if you don't remember, Justin, you've been around long enough, I was the one who broke the return of GM mode to WWE 2K. Me. Number one guy here. But ever since then, they don't invite me to things. I'm like, you didn't invite me to get that information either. You just happen to have, I just happen to have people who worked for the company at the time who were on the way out of the company at the time, and they're like, whatever, here you go. Yeah, NHL, Ellie, I'm working on something but I'm trying to keep it short and concise and not like a 20-minute rant of why I think the game is awful. Do I think the best new feature in 2K? A hint. I've heard, and I don't know, this is a news source, so I don't know how much I trust them. So I haven't even written a story on it, but I'll give you. So there's a lot. Let's put it this way. I could write an article, like 2 articles a day, on rumors I hear. I have a whole sheet of just rumors I hear. And one is that Universe Mode is finally going to get some sort of attention. What that attention is, I don't know. But I'm hoping that it's true. That this one is from a news source that I've never really worked with, so it's one of those like, Because usually how it works is when big updates are coming, like GM mode, I get told, let's pull back the curtain a little bit. All right, let's break the fourth wall. You can kind of understand how I work, okay? When I get told something is coming, I usually reach out to the person who's talking to me and get as much information as possible. Like, you need to give me every detail you have. And then I always ask if there's a code name behind that project. Every game, every addition to a project, every feature usually has some sort of small code name, whether a big one, internally, whatever. Or a branch. They show me file structure, whatever. I usually get that, like, I'll get a code name, and then I'll reach out to somebody at the company who works there. Securely encrypted. I'll reach out to a few people, whether employee, whatever, and say, hey, I've heard of Project X and Project so-and-so, Project X, and this is what I'm being told about it. Is this accurate? Blah, blah, blah. And that's when I'll get something. Yeah, I don't think it'd be a Roman showcase because of Ambrose. Unless they do it, yeah. No, you can't. You can't. Plus, Roman, personally, I hope the showcase mode goes away. I do not want a showcase mode whatsoever. Like, I don't like them. I think they're awful. I think they're boring. I think they're just bad. Have I seen Project Overhand Interactive? Yeah, I've seen it. I just don't, I'm at the point where I need to see more from games for me to get behind the hype. Like, regular updates. And I think the last update was like 5 months ago at this point. Quite a bit of ways ago. And I mean, it's still in like pre-alpha, alpha type of stage, so. Yeah, I pay Dirt Fan. I made 2K big time mad. Do I want to play NHL tonight? I don't know. Probably not. Maybe. As I'm talking about how much I'm not having fun with that game. Though in EA SHL, I do admittedly have more fun doing just the threes. But playing online and doing other things, I don't know. It's not a good game. It's not a good game. Why is it so hard for WWE to get updates like if someone gets new music? So, they've done it in the past. I don't know why. Part of me thinks they don't want to do it because they're like, you know what? Let's save it because then that's a selling point for next year. See, what I would like is 2K, WWE 2K to release every other year, kind of like the UFC, and then you get roster updates in the form of, all right, not my faction, which they do, not my faction, but you get roster updates, which really annoys me when it's like you just go through to do a Play Now match, and you go through to do a Play Now, and you're going through the superstars, and it shows you like the hidden ones. It's like, just don't display them. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get that FOMO and get me to go spend money and waste my time, but it's not going to work. The hair, the screenshots look okay. The screenshots look good. Women's hair hair in general, 2K has struggled with for years. For NBA and WWE, like it just struggles. So it's one of those hold my breaths type of thing. You know what I mean? I hold my breath whenever I see it. Yeah, I don't know. The community creations have gotten really good. The community creations get fantastic, and the modding side of things, I don't know. So I wasn't putting this out publicly, but you know, I'm already in the process of it. Everybody knows the site Pro Wrestling Mods, right? Everybody knows Pro Wrestling Mods. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows Pro Wrestling Mods. I am currently working on a new website design for Pro Wrestling Mods, which I'm pretty excited about. Like, this middle top menu is going to be over here. This is somewhat going to look the same, but it's going to be more tabbed instead of scroll down. There's going to be tabs, and it's going to be, you know what, you guys want to see what we're looking at so far for this? I don't trust 2K because what they're doing with my faction was just, yeah, everything's focused on money. 2K I haven't played in years, and I probably won't for a long time, solely because NBA 2K I'm talking, because everything else around it is the game of basketball no longer matters, and my NBA is such a broken mode. Also, so I made that noise because I burned. Let's see. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see if you can see it. Yeah, there we go. I burned my arm yesterday or a couple days ago, and you can see it starting to blister and peel and shit. My God, does it hurt? It hurts so bad. Yeah, Allie, I used to get it on console, and then I got introduced to modding with Rips, and he's a great dude. He's become one of my best friends in this field. He's become one of my best friends in this field. All right. That now I just do modding. This is what we're looking at for the new, like somewhat of the new look of the site. This is going to be different. But for the most part, you see we got that featured flashing. We got the little tab thing down here. Tools. Then you click on mods. And then it takes you to just a list of everything. And you can sort and search by what game you want and what you want. And the members is going to do the same and stuff like that. I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited for that. And that's what I'm currently working on for PWM. Any idea when PJ 2K5 reveal happens? It's got to happen soon. You know what? People don't believe me. Let's see. Let's see if I can get the latest earnings call up and running. Continue without. I just want to. Enter event. What do you mean it doesn't exist? Michael at Insane. Which I don't remember what email I used. There we go. Like at one point.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, if you would like to ask, consumers embraced because competitive growth in disqualifying.
You know, let's see if I can find the transcript. This might be easier if I can do this. Because no one else has reported on this. And I know for a fact I have heard it. Now I'm trying to find it unless they yeah. Laney Goldstein. Here we go. This is the official transcript of it. Because people think I'm nuts. So they were asked, Laney, I believe, implies an acceleration in bookings growth in fiscal Q4. Can you talk about it? Q4, you're right. We have Civ 7 releasing. We also have our PGA title releasing in the quarter and the WWE title. So it's right there. Flat out, they said it. I'm the only one who's reported on it. 2K will not answer any questions about it. 2K won't answer any questions about it. They are ignoring every email and things like that. So it's coming by March 31st, as long as it sticks to Q4. My guess is that it's going to be announced within the next few weeks, like maybe by the end of the month. So their next earnings call should be like early February for Q3 fiscal year 2025. Maybe around there is when we'll hear more. But I'm going to call in and ask about it and be like, and my thing is I'm going to call in and ask. Last call, it was mentioned that there is a PGA title. Since then, there's been no reveal or public comment on that. What is the state of the PGA franchise? I'm trying to get that. B Dizzle, yeah. January 27th is when they're going to probably reveal the cover because it's Monday. And then 28th is the full reveal of the game. Release date is in early March. Early to late March. My big thing with 2K, what I really want, I want universe mode to matter more. I would love if they just personally merged universe mode and GM mode together, and then you can have the options to have ratings and stuff like that. That's what I would want. I want the customization. Yeah, and it killed Topspin. PGA, I think, will do better because Tiger Woods, but Topspin didn't do great. The music and all that, locking behind personas, I get why the music was locked, to be honest. I kind of do understand it. Yeah, I kind of understand why. Personally, back to Madden, you enjoy. I like career modes in sports games. I like this career modes, and that's why I like Undisputed. I like the career modes where I have to come up with my own story in my head. That's always been my favorite type of career mode. The ones where I come up in my head. Isn't my GM still offline? Yeah, I know. So they had said it, what was it, 2 years ago, that my GM, like, plans were in place for my GM. Brian Williams has said plans were moving forward to get my GM online. Hopefully this is the year that does it. Because, my God, what I do is Steam play together, and then me and my cousin will do a my GM together. My GM online would be huge. Everybody wants create a finisher back. I don't care about create a finisher, to be honest. I don't need it back. Yeah, I don't need it back at all. What else do we got? The only thing I don't like is when playing as a player in both Madden. I just sim through the game yeah, exactly. It's fast. You know what I also don't like? I don't like in Madden when I play as a player or quarterback, I don't want to pick my play. If I'm a quarterback, I want the ability to audible to a couple other plays that get sent to me, but I don't want to. I don't want to. I just want to play as my quarterback. That's all I want. That's all I want. I don't want to pick it. Yeah, Allie. College football with me, I kind of got out of it a little just because I was playing other things. Undisputed came up. I'm back into Slay the Spire. Like, I played a little bit when it launched, but now I'm fully back and invested. Deeper customization universe would be great. Promos would be good. Deeper customization universe would be fantastic. I wonder if they'll also allow you to have Saturday pay-per-views. I won't call them PLEs. I'm going to be boomer about it. No. Unreal Engine, no. From all I've heard, Unreal Engine 5 is a lot easier to work with than past Unreals. Let's see, what do we got? What do we have here? I have a document open that I can't show. It's cool stuff we're working on Insider Gaming. We're going to be launching a couple things. Relaunching the Indie Initiative, which, if you don't know, the Indie Initiative was a series I did at Insider Gaming for a while where I interviewed independent developers and people at independent game studios to give more notification, more notoriety, and, you know, upbeat and information out there, and publicity is the word I'm looking for, and I couldn't think of it. Publicity for indie games. And we're bringing that back as the Insider Gaming Developer Spotlight. We're changing the name because Indie Initiative, people got too confused, I guess. So Developer Spotlight, and it's pretty clear as day. I'm working on getting the first guests recorded for that. We getting Slate 2? Isn't it supposed to be coming this year? I believe it's coming this year, yeah. It's supposed to be coming this year, according to their Steam page. Anything from Wreckfest 2? I don't know what's going on with that game. I don't know what's going on. I did not like the trailer, the last trailer they posted for that game. Like, just let me race like an idiot. I don't need some story involved. I don't need any of that stuff. But I haven't heard anything. The last thing we got was we got a teaser during the THQ Nordic showcase, and I'm not overly excited. I am waiting. So I reached out, sticking with racing games. I've reached out to iRacing to ask for an update on the state of the NASCAR game. I'm waiting to hear back on that. Motorsport Games, I have emailed multiple times. I sent one more final email today. Because what I've heard, and I want their comment, is that all development on the port of Le Mans Ultimate to console has been put on hold. And that they're in talks with at least 2 companies. The source would not tell me the names of the companies, because it would probably give away who it was. Source told me at least two companies are in talks with in some sort of sale. But I guarantee Motorsport won't respond. 2, if they do, they'll say we're not going to comment on rumors and innuendo type of thing. But that's the last I've heard. Well, the reason they're not going to respond is, 1, they don't like me anymore, even though I had a great relationship with them. 2, I don't think there's anybody working on the press team. I don't think they're checking that email. I don't think they're checking that email. Let's see if I got anything. If I go to my email now. If I go to my Insider Gaming email now. Let's see. No. Have not gotten a thing from them. Not a lick. So yeah, they're probably not going to respond at all. They're not going to respond at all. At all. Might be a dumb question. Recreation. I don't know what's going on with that. That's another THQ Nordic game I know. But I haven't heard anything about that. I feel like that game, I don't know. It's like this weird mix where it's trying to be Burnout and it's trying to be like Wreckfest at the same time. I don't know. So I'm not too excited about that one. Does anybody like BattleBots? Because if you do, Robot Rumble 2 released in September, and it's a free game, and I think everybody should play this game. it's free. It teaches you, like, if you want to learn coding, and you can build your own battle bots. Like, then there's Robot Arena 2 mods, but Robot Rumble, like, how cool is that? How freaking cool to have that back. And I mean, we're still getting they're still getting updates to it. But you fight in real world weight classes, import custom arenas, and things like that. Local multiplayer, and then Steam remote play, or like Parsec. I find this hilarious. We were just talking about Wreckfest, and boom. But this is going to be, it's fun. It's fun if you're into it. Based overseas, they left. That's the thing. They're based overseas. They've been in the UK for a while, but they're in Russia and all that stuff. But they still technically, legally, have their headquarters in Miami. And the reason I say that is because if it wasn't on their filings, it would have to say otherwise. Like they would have to say it, and they still list their principal head executive offices in Miami, Florida. So, who knows what's going on with them? I almost missed my mouth. Acts of Blood. What is that? I'm looking. Oh, there's a demo for it. I'm looking forward to Revenge of the Savage Planet. I was able to preview the game, and it looks so much fun. Oh, this looks interesting. There's a demo for it. That looks really interesting. I'm also looking forward to Rematch from Slow Clap. Like, I was able to get a preview of this before the Game Awards, and I got to see it firsthand and talk to the studio's co-founder. It's Rocket League, but, you know, with the actual sport it's based off of. And that to me is fun. That to me is fun. What else we got? What else we got, guys? Real Elite. Hi, buddy. I mean, what's going on is we're hanging out. You know, it's the first stream back in a while. So if you guys are tuning in, you don't know what happened. I mean, if you're following me, you'd probably know what happened. My wife had a fall about a month ago, and she broke her ankle. Had to have surgery just before Christmas. So she was off it for 2 weeks. The swelling go down. Then she had her surgery. Now she's been off of it. It's almost 3 weeks. It's a little over 2 weeks from the surgery. Yeah, it's a little over 2 weeks from the surgery. Next week we go. She gets hopefully put in a boot, but still non-weight bearing. So she's been off her feet. And with me having us having the 3 kids, I haven't been able to do this because by the end of the day I'm usually exhausted. Luckily, my mother-in-law has come over to help in a lot of ways, which has allowed me to get back to work and hang out and do this. My wife's friends are the greatest because with me stepping back a bit from work, that hit us financially in a big way. Hit us huge in a big way. And what they did is they set up a meal train, which I didn't know existed. And it allows people to either donate money or sign up to deliver us a meal. And we have had enough donated to us to cover us on groceries for like a month and a half. Like we have people bringing food to us. It warmed my heart to see, and I had you guys, a lot of people like you, donate. When I shared it on Twitter. And to say it made me feel something would be an understatement. You have no idea how much I appreciated it. And how much just like it brought me actively to tears when I saw someone donate a couple $100. I saw followers. I'm not even gonna call you guys followers. I saw community you guys, just some of you like donate like $50, $60, even $10. And I'm like, that $10 covers I can make a meal out of $10 for my family. And my God, it meant so much. It meant the world. Even last week we had someone donate that I have no idea who they are. Donated $25. And I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, there's people that need a lot more than I need, but to know that people care enough, I couldn't be more appreciative. I know I got kind of down and sad there, but I'm not even sad. Like, I'm happy. Like, it means a lot. Oh, man. Okay. Enough being all sad and melancholy. We're going to stream for a little bit longer, hang out. This is the first one back. It's fun. It's fun to be back and talking with you guys. I kind of want to do day ones. I keep saying I want to do daytime streams, and then I'm working, and then I'm like, I don't know if I want to do daytime streams. But I'm like, what if I work while I stream? Like, that'd be fun, right? I feel like that would be fun. Who do I think would be the biggest WWE omission wrestler-wise? I mean, I can't really call them omissions, but I guarantee you there's going to be wrestlers that were DLC this year that'll be DLC again next year. Bet you that's going to happen. You obviously, like last year, after I first reported, Brock Lesnar likely won't be in the game again. You're not going to obviously have Edge in the game. We know Christian's not going to be in the game. It'll be nice to have CM Punk on the regular roster. Maybe Carlito and Dragon Lee will be on the regular roster. I love having Sandman back, so I'm going to be sad if he's not back next year. I'm going to be sad if Sandman's not back next year. I would love to see Rhino get back in. The Dudleys will be there probably in some shape or form, but I'd love to see Rhino back in a game. I would love to see Tajiri sign a deal and get back in the game. I would love that so much. And yeah, I think that I would like more ECW guys. Jacob Fatu, I don't know if he'll be in the base game. I'd like him to be in the base game. It's been a while. Funaki, SmackDown #1 announcer. Tama Tonga and Tongaloa should be in the main game. They've been in WWE since Tongaloa, like, Backlash. Like, so I'd like them to be in it. I'm trying to think of who else. Obviously, Becky Lynch will be in the game still because she just reportedly today re-signed with Fightful. Speaking of Fightful, I'm looking forward. I'm hopefully going to be working with them again soon. We're going to see. We're still talking around about it and hammering out the details. Yeah, I'm really interested with that. I'm trying to think of who else in that on that roster. Like, I don't know if we'll have the Headbangers again at all. Real quick, I would like one thing I do, let's stick with WWE 2K. I really wish they get rid of the storyline. The My Rise mode kind of sucks. I would like them to go back We don't need the Road to WrestleMania mode. That was cool, though. I liked what they did in, like, Here Comes the Pain, Shut Your Mouth, and then even, like, the first SmackDown vs. Raw games, like 06, 07, where you're just playing through storylines, like individual storylines using regular wrestlers. I think that's more fun. I get the idea of using the career mode. I would have liked them to do something more along the lines of what they did in 2K15 and 16 and then just expand upon it. I don't know. I feel like the stories are so campy and corny. The Final Boss Rock, I really hope we get that. Tanoa, so one of the things I heard, and I don't want to use this as a report because like I said earlier, you weren't here obviously. Penta could come as DLC. I think he could come as late DLC. Julian Vacar, butchered that, I know. I'd expect as DLC as well. I've heard rumblings, and it's not enough for me to report on just because I don't have enough information, that Universe Mode did get some sort of love this year. I just don't know what. But yeah, season modes I liked. I don't know. Everybody's like, get us UFC because of TKO. Give us UFC stars. I don't want that. I don't want that. Fatu is the one name I really want in that game. But Fatu, he debuted in what? June? So I feel like it might be a good chance. Like, there's wrestlers like who I don't expect Zarya maybe to not be in. I don't expect Jordan Grace to be added in any way. I don't expect any NXT or TNA wrestlers to be added in any way. Eric Rowan, 50-50. I do hope the Wyatt 6 gimmicks are in. Naomi likely to be in. She'll be back. Motor City Machine Guns debuted in October. They're probably DLC. The Pat McAfee pack, I hope to never see something like that again. That was the biggest waste of goddamn resources I've ever seen in my life. Goldberg, I expect to be in the game in some way. Penta's going to be the tough one. Penta's the one I'm not sure. I hope to hell it happens. I hope it happens. I know, it was so weird. Or the one Candice Michelle storyline where she was a witch. Or fairy, whatever she wanted to call it, and she had the magic wand. One person I hope to see return is Psycho Sid in some way. That I hope, they work something out and they get a deal done with that. Would be nice. Brian! Dude, my Twitch chat, it's weird. It's not showing up on OBS. I have to it's not showing up in OBS and it's really bothering me. I have to keep going back to Twitch Manager. They need to add 3 stages of hell. I mean, yeah, that would be nice. Let us add a 2 out of 3 falls match where we set the stipulations. What's my thoughts on Raw's Netflix debut? It wasn't a good show. The CM Punk Seth Rollins match was fantastic. Great match. Everything else, drizzling shits. The tribal combat was as predictable as you could have expected, which my biggest thing is I do not like predictability. Sometimes it's good, but for the most part, I don't enjoy the predictability. And it just felt all too predictable. I'm also not a Roman Reigns fan whatsoever. Him, Charlotte Flair are change the channel level for me when they're on the telly. What? Brian. Brian. What are you doing? What are you doing? I need to get notifications on this so people can see. I never once used any of them from the pack. I used Post Malone versus Bad Bunny before. I like trains. I used Post Malone and Bad Bunny in matches. That was fun. Just me. Does anyone else think the ring area where they fight feels small? I think for the ads, with all those ads, it made it feel smaller. I think that's what happened. All the ads made it feel smaller. That looked obnoxious too. I know I'll eventually forget about it because obviously UFC and New Japan and all that, but for now it bothered me. What else do we got? When do you think DLC work begins? Now. The design team has already been working on DLC. Already. That's why they have them announced so quick. And then they might add somebody. I would love to see a Bradshaw version. I would love to see a Bradshaw APA version, but long-haired Bradshaw, not the short hair like 2002, 2003 version. I would love Tiona. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Tiona. That's what I was saying earlier. I would love to see some sort of merger with GM mode and Universe mode. I would love to see a merger where you have full Universe mode and GM mode, and then you can turn off whether you want like the ratings and the GM mode aspects and stuff like that. That's what I would love to see. There will be skins. There won't be skins in WWE. I mean, so I say there won't be skins. We have that in the Persona cards. But it won't be like a Fortnite type thing. Excuse me. It won't be a Fortnite thing whatsoever. But I'm trying to think of... Did we really get a Rock Ethan Page show off on NXT tonight? Or showdown, stare off, whatever you want to call? Huh. Dude, Kenny Omega returns to Dynamite tomorrow. I can't wait. Alright, wish list. There's a lot. You know, let's talk about that. I already read that. Rhea, the Wyatts, I don't care. See, Priest I like. Rhea I like. I need her to get away from... I hope last night was it. I hope last night was it with Liv. I really wish Kevin Owens would get a little run and take the belt off Cody, but I know that's not going to happen because I think we're getting Cody Cena at Mania for the title. But I'm so sick and tired of long title runs. I'm not saying they got to be like WWE where they hot shot titles all the time and, you know, pass them around like hot potato, where they have a title change at a pay-per-view and then a title change the next night on Raw and a title change the following week on Raw. But, damn, we don't need every big title to have a year. So that's what he's doing WrestleMania weekend. Yeah, the Rock's appearance was pointless. Oh, did this? Yeah, it totally happened. The Rock showed up, had a face-off with Ethan Page, and then was with he did a little backstage scene with his daughter. That's got to be cool. Though that People's Champions belt is so freaking lame too. Like, that's so lame. I don't think they will. I don't think they'll have ads in the ring. Though, who knows? They might put a Prime ad in the ring. God, he's another person I want to go away. Like, I would love for him to go away. Oh, wrestlers appearing in Fortnite? Yeah, I think that's going to happen. Thanks, Real Elite. I really appreciate that. That means a lot. I really do appreciate that. I have to find something, but they all cost money, man, to where I can throw chat messages on the screen. But StreamYard and Streamlabs, they cost money. Apparently, I unlocked that type of emote. Cool, thanks. Button mash. That's such a weird thing. That's so weird. And then a choo-choo. Yeah, so I'm interested. We got, 21 days. 3 weeks from today is the full reveal of 2K25, and we'll be interested to see. I'll be interested to see if it's a game I buy. We'll find out. We'll find out, won't we? Yes, we will. What do we got here? What else do we got before we start to wrap this up? I already got seen in Fortnite. Yeah, I wasn't it Becky Lynch that made their way to Fortnite as well? I want to live the life mode. I just don't know how they do it without monetizing it to hell. That's my biggest problem. I think of everything that can be done, and I'm like, how are they going to make us have to spend more money on it? I mean, we've already had the crossovers with Cody Rhodes, Rey Mysterio, and Rhea Ripley in Call of Duty. So yeah, it would make sense for it overall to be there, to be elsewhere. Well, Real Elite, we'll be launching the Insider Gaming podcast in the near future, so that'll be something to keep an eye out for. It's not going to be live, it's going to be pre-recorded. But I hope to do more of these. I really appreciate that. Man. Damn. You guys touch my heart. You touch my heart. It means a lot. Hopefully not another trailer full. Dude, that was so bad. The Call of Duty stuff, like, everybody's like, well, no, it's not AI. No, Activision has been open about their use of it, and I don't think it's changing anytime soon. And then you had the six-finger zombie, and they're like, well, it's just a mutation. No, that's not it, buddy. One thing I didn't get to that I want to talk about real quick. NVIDIA announced their RTX 50 series, and they flat out say the 5070 is supposed to be as powerful as the 5090 or 4090, and I'm like, that's just, it's not. Like, it's not. It might look a little better, but it's not going to be as powerful. And I'm interested to get my hands on the 5090, because right now I run a 4090 that works just perfect for me. I'm interested to get my hands on a 5090 and see what happens. Any early news on College Football 26? I know they've wanted to get real coaches. The plan was to get real coaches in the game, but I don't know if it'll be this year or next year. But the plan was to always get real coaches. There's also a plan in place to try and get FCS schools, but I don't think that's going to happen this year. I will be surprised. I'm not going to put it at a 0% chance. But I won't be surprised if that happens, if that makes sense. I don't want to be surprised. Road to Glory will get more love, and then there'll be some quality of life changes, I think, like practice mode and stuff in Dynasty mode, because Dynasty mode for the most part is pretty solid. Like, there's some things obviously you can add. Hopefully, cross-play online Dynasty and stuff like that. The cross-platform online Dynasty is the big one, because that killed. I was gonna do a Dynasty thing online. I was gonna do an online franchise, the Madden Ultimate League. Excuse me. Oh, the Madden Super League, but Madden was just so bad that I didn't want to. Excuse me. And college football, yeah, I was going to do a big online Dynasty, but no crossplay. It kind of killed the interest in that, because it would have been PS5 only. If you could add a weapon to use to WWE 2K, what would it be? I'd say guitar, but I can't remember if they still have guitar or not. But I want an exploding guitar. Cattle prod. Any new reports on features? No. Nothing I have on features. I'm trying to get as much as I can. I'm at that point where I'm reaching out to people, but admittedly, a couple of my sources left the company. Allie, you won't have to upgrade. You will not have to upgrade soon. If you have a 40 series, you'll be okay. Yeah, I'd like customization for coaches. One thing I want in college football, I want better stadium customization for Creative School. It ruined the Creative School elements for me because I had to use their stadiums. And it's like, if they have branding all over the stadium, you get that branding. It doesn't update it with your colors or anything. So it limited you a lot, and it kind of killed the immersion. Will it have a PC release this year? I don't think so. I know they've talked about it. I know people want it. But what stops you from doing it is they got to be careful with the modding situation. But I don't even think it's just that. I think it's the fact of the player base just isn't there enough. Like on Steam, we'll just do Madden on Steam. FIFA or FC, we can't really judge because it's a juggernaut. But on Steam, like they have granted 6 days ago, they had an all-time peak of just under 6,000 people on Steam. There's about 5,000 people now on Steam playing Madden 25. Also, it has a 53% user score. So would they really, I don't know if they'll port it. I don't know. I would like to see the ability to bring draft classes up. I don't know how that's going to work. With the NIL stuff, I doubt it's going to happen anytime soon, to be honest. But I would love to see draft classes imported up and over. That would be really nice to see. I mean, the Create School feature, it's not necessary. I mean, you can do it. You don't need a good PC. You can do it on your phone, to be honest. Like, it doesn't work the best. But if you have a laptop or whatever, but it's because of the customization with it and with the uniforms that I don't think they can release it for console. What else do we got? Switch 2 rumored to be launching in April now. Will be called the Switch 2. Magnetic attachments. These are just latest leaks. I am not... What? Yeah. I'm trying to see if there's anything new. But no, I don't see anything else about the Switch 2. Really hope they knew. I don't think they will. It'll be the same engine 2K always uses. The same damn one. We can make a team in NHL. We can make a team. I know but it's not as deep as the college football one. That's the big thing. By making it a web app, it allows for better features and easier updates throughout the year. That's the big thing. It allows them to be shared with others, easier to find. It allows a lot by having it be a web app. I know why they did it. I don't know what that C button is for. So I've seen the mock-ups, I've seen the design. We got confirmation that the mock-ups we see are the designs, like, are accurate. I just don't know what that button is actually for. I don't know if it's a cast or a capture button. It would make sense to me if it was a capture button and allows you to just capture the content right away. on your thing. I don't think it's going to be a cast unless it's like a cast to a screen, kind of like a Chromecast was, but I don't know. But I don't know. But it definitely has that button. What else do we got here? What else do we got here? One thing I'm super happy about. I don't know if you guys know, like, the gaming layoffs. So I follow the layoffs in the industry and all that really closely. And one thing I have been working on are new updates to, I have this website, gaminglayoffs.com. Shows you the latest gaming layoffs, the source of them, how many employees, if no one were affected, and then the total for the year. We obviously have the full year. Like, here's all the data for 2024. Over 15, almost 15,000 known layoffs, over 16,000 when coming into the things where we don't know, but kind of have an idea. We've had 3 layoffs so far this year. But what I did is usually I would read the website with the code. It would read off the spreadsheet that everybody can visit. You can get access to, you can go look at the spreadsheet. But now what I did is I built a database now. So now I have all the data in the database. I have to go through and I have to update like state, city, because I'm going to be doing some charts. And I am going to be doing that. But now it loads so much faster. It used to take like 4 to 5 seconds to get the data. It used to get that. And look at how quick that comes up. Look at how quick. Instantly. Instantly. I'm so happy with that. And it took a little bit for me to get that working, but you know, I got it working. The benefit of knowing how to develop a little bit. I don't get the Rumble thing. I wonder if CM Punk. I'm really interested now. My thing is, will CM Punk show? He's had a lot of things to say about the Saudi show. He skipped the Saudi show since he's been back and hasn't. And I really hope he stands with his guns, sticks by his guns, and it's like, sure, it's the Rumble, but screw it. I'm not gonna be in the Rumble because it's in Saudi, and screw Muhammad Bonesaw. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not a fan. My wife was like, I guess the only benefit is that it'll be in the middle of the day here. And I'm like, yeah, but will we watch it? Who knows? I don't really watch the Blood Money shows. I don't watch them. Hell, I don't even know if I'll be watching this year's Royal Rumble because I'll have a Buffalo Bandits game that night. So we'll see what I decide to do all there. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see here. Batman. Steve Perry. Where do I view? I don't know. I gotta figure that out. I have to figure that out. Let's see. What else do we got? Do we have any more questions before we wrap this up? Girlfriend house shows over there. Glorified house shows. Girl, why did I read girlfriend house shows? Glorified. The girlfriend house shows. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I am not a fan of it at all. Again, though, I'm not looking forward to Raw tickets go on sale here tomorrow in pre-sale and then regular sale Friday. I'm going to the box office Friday for public sale because going to the box office saves you about $30 a ticket because you're not paying the stupid online processing fees or convenience fees. I'll save $90 on 3 tickets and just go to the arena. That's what I'm going to do. I am going to do that so I can take my wife and my boy March 3rd at Raw. And I hope they're better than what last night was. Last night was a spectacle, but it wasn't good. Like, it just wasn't good at all. Like, really. Not that good. Not that good. Not it good at all. Let's see. Is there anything else to talk about? I think that's where we're going to wrap up. Survivor Series is still my favorite. I miss the traditional Survivor Series matches. I do too. Royal Rumble's my favorite of the year as well. I hope it doesn't go to 2 nights, but I bet it will because now SummerSlam's going to 2 nights, and that's stupid too. WrestleMania being 2 nights made sense, but man, I get they're going to make money off of it, but man, people are suckers. Real quick, before we wrap up, last night, The Rock was like, this is the highest gate in the history of a WWE arena show ever, period. And everybody cheered about it. It's like, you literally are cheering for the fact you got suckered into spending the most money on Raw tickets ever. That's all that means. It means people were dumb enough to spend enormous amounts of money in LA for that price of the ticket. And it's stupid. It's really stupid. Should never take 90 minutes between matches. I agree. It shouldn't. It should not. Yeah, they say it every time. And every time, like, okay, good for you. Like, of course you're going to break record gates because ticket prices are so high. But again, people are still buying them. I'm literally just talking about I'm going to go buy Raw tickets on Friday. I literally just talked about it. So, like, no duh. That's what I'm going to do. But it doesn't make it any less, frustrating. I don't get it. All right. On that note, it is time for me to wrap up. Say goodnight, in case you're living under a rock, right? Dwayne is the Rock. I will talk to you guys next time. Follow me on social media, Mike Star Media everywhere. Community tab on YouTube. I'll be posting updates on my stream schedule. My goal is to come back again on Tuesday next week, but we'll see. Maybe sooner. Maybe I'll do a day stream Saturday. I don't know. Just follow me for updates, and I will keep everybody updated. Thank you again for everybody hanging out. I really do appreciate it more than I can say. Thank you, Brian, for this for gifting those subs. Again, I can't appreciate the support enough from everybody. Until next time, I love you all. Be kind to one another. Enjoy the world as we live in it now.